Hey yo guys, this is gonna be a special little video basically voicing my opinions on a couple little topics. The first being Nick Hogan. Nick Hogan and what a little bastard piece of shit this motherfucker is. First of all, if you've heard any of the phone calls that have been released by the Tampa Tribune between him and the rest of the Hogan/Bolea family, you just get to find out what a piece of crap this motherfucker is. I mean, like, the fact that he's just calling and whining and crying like a bitch, like, I don't have a window. I mean, I got nothing to do in my cell. I'm bored. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You practically killed John Graziano. I mean, he cannot do anything for the rest of his life. I mean, yeah, first of all, Nick, you're like an insane asylum, maximum security type thing. Which isn't even that bad. I mean, you could be in a cell with some guy by the name of Bubba who would love to tussle up with you, Nick, if you know what I mean. And, I mean, Jesus Christ, you're out there whining like all this stuff, and look, you're gonna get out in 5 months. You're not even serving your 8. You automatically get 5 months out. You're pushing to go home for house arrest, which would be, like, wow, how terrible that would be. But, like, just think of it. You're gonna be on 5 months. John Graziano is never going to be out and doing anything. You get to walk around and play cards and play with your Hulk Hogan action figures. He is going to live his life for the rest of his life as a vegetable. Like, that is how sad it is. And then the fact that Hulk Hogan and Nick are trying to make this thing into a reality show is just absolute and utter bullshit. It just shows what a piece of despicable garbage the whole Bolea clan is. The only one that's sane is Brooke. I have no problem with her. Continue with your career, trying to do something. But still, that is just so sad that they're just trying to do that. And then the fact that Hogan on these calls is talking and Carney telling him to, hey brother, you gotta mizzen up. Like, that doesn't sound good in any fact that, considering you know the call is gonna be recorded, because you're calling from a jail. They record everything. God damn it. This despicable. It just makes me sick. What Nick Hogan needs to do is do some push-ups, do the time that he does, do the full 8 months, because you're even lucky that you got 8 months. What you did should be at least 5 years in jail. Like, I don't understand that. You got off lucky there. Do everything, and then what you should do, get an education and use it, because you're not going to go anywhere in life. Want to be in all like that, an emo bitch about just I don't have a window. John Graziano doesn't have a life. The second thing I want to talk about, moving on to a nicer, happier topic other than that douchebag Nick Hogan, is the fact that my Q&A, I kind of want to start it up again. I would like to get some interesting questions. I mean, I don't want anything like, what's your top 5 favorite wrestlers and what's your favorite WWE TNA pay-per-view? No, I want to expand the whole world of wrestling, the Indies, Japan, Mexico, anything. Like, if you could just go look at some of the questions there on like a PWI Insider, that's the kind of stuff I want. So if you have any questions, just send them. I don't know how quick I'll get a chance to respond to them because I'm busy with work and school, but anyways, that's what I want to kind of touch on there. The next thing I want to touch on is mixed martial arts and Elite XC. I'm a big fan of mixed martial arts and getting the chance of a lifetime to shine. Elite XC, which is, you know, this underdog little promotion that's making some big news in the world of mixed martial arts, is having the first ever on primetime show on CBS this Saturday. I believe it's at 9, so go check this out. This, to me, is exactly like when the WWF was on NBC with Saturday Night's Main Event in 1985. Took wrestling from here because MTV brought it to there and showed that this isn't for garbage Southerners anymore, and showed that it can be watched by anyone and you can enjoy it. This is exactly the same thing. Headlined by Kimbo Slice versus James Thompson. Thompson is a big name, so they put at least a plausible opponent for him. Again, Kimbo's the breakout star in mixed martial arts, so I really, really hope he does well. And apparently he is the real deal here. You're also going to get a title match between Robbie Lawler defending the Elite XC light heavyweight title against Scott Smith. Scott Smith is a tough fighter. He's going to make this a real interesting contest. He dominated in his last fight, the Elite XC, which was back in February with him. So it should be great. Lawler, he's a great champion, a very, very underrated light heavyweight fighter. So he's going to prove up to the world why he's one of the best, and hopefully, you know, he can get his belt and stuff like that. And you're going to see the first female mixed martial arts fight when Gina Carano, who is plays Crush on American Gladiators, takes on Caitlin Young. This should be a fantastic fight. I mean, you're getting both worlds. You're getting female, you're getting light heavyweights, and you're getting a heavyweight bout. That should be fantastic. So please support this. Now this next one is going to be more to the fact of my Canadian viewers out here. Ring of Honor. We all know they're coming to Canada July 25th at the Ted Reeve Arena in Toronto, Ontario. This is something I think you all should support. Yeah, a lot of the tickets have sold out, like the front row and stuff like that. I got my tickets. I'm fourth row. I mean, you guys got to support this. Come get the general admission, because the Toronto and more or less Canadian fans in general, you guys need to see, if you haven't seen Ring of Honor on DVD or on the Fight Network, you need to see it, because Ring of Honor is a product that is more on the in-ring work and the wrestlers' work rate, and not the soap opera bullshit. I mean, we've said this over and over again. We all know that soap operas or storylines are very important in pro wrestling, and Ring of Honor has some. They had some pretty good ones. They had a great one last year, and they have some pretty good ones going now, and one that's really caught my eye. But you need to see it live, because this is more a work rate promotion. Yeah, there are some indies out there like UWA Hardcore and Blood, Sweat, and Ears that are doing their thing. But still, they haven't got as much recognition. Most people don't even know about them. Ring of Honor is just got its name out there. You guys got to support it. Get your tickets. Come see it. You're going to see the return of Lance Storm to Ring of Honor, which is a huge thing. Hopefully we get to see Danielson versus Storm 2, which would be awesome. It's one of Storm's favorite matches, and it's one of my favorite Lance Storm matches. That is something we all need to check out, so please do that. I'll be there. I know a lot of other people will be there. And finally, to kind of end on a sad note once again, last Friday was the 9-year anniversary of Owen Hart's death. And I just want to say, I think it's a sad, sad thing, because Owen Hart and his death, it just happened at a time when he had everything in his life perfect. He had just got his dream home, they were about to move in, and you know, he just did that stunt and tragically passed away. I mean, the sad thing with Owen is he wanted to be a wrestler. He just wanted to be a teacher or a fireman. So, you know, he was just forced into it. I mean, he was probably the best wrestler out of the whole Harts, because he was actually a state or a province-wide champion of Alberta. And then, you know, he got hoisted into the WWF after a great tour of Japan and the stuff in Stampede. He had a short little run in the WCW/NWA Crockett stuff, but, you know, he didn't trust them there, so he went to the WWF. He got weak runs. He had an okay run with the New Foundation, which, you know, didn't go off as well, and they had to release Neidhart. They eventually released him, so Owen was stuck nowhere in a short single run. Then they brought him with the well-known jobber Coco Beware in a tag team that didn't go anywhere in High Energy. And then they brought him with Brett, and that was just some of the most masterful stuff you'll ever see. 94, Owen Hart was probably the best wrestler of the year, and then he continued to have this, you know, heelish character, and he eventually became a heel by, you know, doing the weird thing where, you know, the family of the Harts were united, but still, Owen Hart's death is just a tragedy. It's just a sad state, because he died basically between competitions of WWF and WCW, where his new Blue Blazer gimmick was the fact that he didn't want to do the Attitude Era hardcore-ish type stuff. He just wanted to wrestle and get his paycheck and leave. He just didn't want to do it anymore. So it's a sad state. R.I.P. Owen. We miss him. That's it for me. I'm out. Peace.